Hey there guys, Erica here from Highway 49 RC. Thank you so much to my patrons and my channel members for making this video possible. So we are back working on the Tamiya TB Evo 6 build. Last time we built up the front differential, rear differential, and the center motor mount drivetrain unit thing. I know it doesn't look like much, but it took me like 5 hours to build all this, which was crazy. And the amount of shims that we were dealing with was nuts. So today we are going to be attaching all those components to the chassis, putting the top deck in, putting the steering components in, and also attaching the lower control arms. So without further ado, let's jump right into the build. Alright, so here we've got our carbon fiber chassis. This is the rear, this is the front. We're going to be installing some lower control arm mounts. The rear is designated 1XB. It's going to get a 0.5 millimeter shim underneath it. The openings and the slots are going to go towards the end of the chassis. That's going to go just there. And same thing in the front, except that the mount is designated 1B. And it's just going to go facing the opposite direction towards the end of the chassis. Those are going to get 3 by 8 millimeter countersunk screws in them. Then the steering posts, which are going to go here and there, are going to get 3 by 6 millimeter countersunk screws in them. Alright, next up we're going to be looking at our steering assembly and steering linkages and such. I've already built up the steering linkages just for sake of ease. So we're going to start by taking 2 of the ball studs with the little line on them, little thread lock, add a 1 millimeter shim onto them, and put both of them into the front side of this, what do they call it, steering bridge. Then we're going to take the one shorter ball stud. There's one ball stud in there that is super short, and that's going to go on the top of the steering bridge, right here, in the right side hole. Now our steering bridge looks like this. It's got a couple bearings in there. So then we're going to grab some 8 millimeter countersunk screws and some shims. Shims are going to go on the underside of the screw. If I can pick it up. Come here. I can't pick it up. Gosh dang it. Come here, you son of a punk. You little scallywag, you dirty son of a biscuit. What the? Come on. There we go, Jesus Christ. I'm going to dab some thread lock on that screw as well. And that is going to go into the end of one of our steering bell cranks here. And we're going to do the same thing with the other one. If I can pick up this stupid shim. I literally can't pick this shim up, guys. I'm losing my... This is making me so angry. I can't pick this shim up. Come here. Countersunk screw in the steering bridge. Add a shim on the bottom. Dab some Loctite on there. And attach that to the bell crank. So there's our steering bridge and bell crank assembly. Everything moves nice and smoothly thanks to the bearings in the steering bridge, which is cool. And we're going to pop on our steering linkages. Now with the one ball stud on the right hand side, we're going to put it so that the cup of the steering linkage is facing up on both sides. Okay. And this one, which goes to the servo, pretty much it'll be right either way you put it, but it goes facing away from the other 2 linkages, like so. So now this all should look about like that. So this is then going to get plonked on our chassis with the steering linkages facing towards the A-arm mount, like that. Wow, that is so smooth. That is buttery smooth. That's incredible. Then to finish attaching that, I'm gonna grab a 3x6mm button head, add a 1mm spacer, a little bit of Loctite, using the correct 5mm shim to separate the bearing from the screw and the spacer. Then pop that screw in there. Still moves nice and freely. Good. Same thing on the other side. And everything still moves nice and freely. Fantastic. Alright, let's move on. Next up, we're going to be looking at attaching our differentials and center drive unit onto the chassis. So the center drive unit is going to get attached with 4 6mm screws. And then the rear differential is going to attach with 4 8mm screws. And it actually attaches to the center drive unit very neatly. It actually slots together like so. As you can see there, they just kind of slot together. There's really no other connection going on other than just it sits in there, and that's it. So I'm going to get those attached up real quick. There's the rear diff and center drive unit on. Now we get to put the front differential on along with the center drive line. Now they want us to put some of this like foam stuff. They had me cut it in half roughly, and let's see, I think it wants the thicker piece towards the front end, so it wants this little thin piece of foam in the drive cup just as like a cushion, I think, for the center drive line. And then this guy gets the bigger piece of foam. Then this guy goes in there like that. With this and that. What? What? Oh, hang on a minute now, guys. No. No. I don't like that. We're gonna do something about that. Okay. So, what I'm discovering right now, in real time, is that based on where the differential is going to mount, which is roughly there, actually about there, it brings the pin on this drive cup almost all the way out. I don't like that at all. The idea, I think, from what I was looking at later on in the manual, is that you're supposed to be able to just push against the foam and slip the drive line out. But I think what I'm going to do is actually put some silicone fuel line in there instead to help keep it where it belongs. I don't mind having to take a differential off to get the center drive line out, so I think that's what I'm going to do in place of those little bits of foam you see on either end of the shaft there. I went ahead and installed the top deck just because it was 4 screws, and she's looking like a proper chassis now. Yeah! I did put a piece of 1/8" silicone tubing in the front drive cup, so the drive line doesn't slide around and it stays right where it needs to. That's where the pin in the front is sitting, and that's where the pin in the back is sitting. Got just a little bit of play back and forth so it's not binding. And yeah, with that, let's move on to the A-arms. Okay, I've got all my parts laid out for the A-arms. I'm going to start by putting in my travel limit screw right here. It needs to be just poking out the bottom, maybe a little more than that. They give you a drawing in the manual for how far it needs to stick out. I'm just going to eyeball it because I'll probably be adjusting it later, so I'm just going to do that for now. Now we're going to put a hexagonal. Oh, are you kidding me? I can't put my driver in this? That's dumb. They need me to actually use a cross wrench for this? Bro. I can't. Okay, so I guess we're using an actual cross wrench at this point in the build to put a ball stud in the center hole on the front side of the arm. I believe that is for the shocks. And then another one in the back side of the arm, and I think that's for the sway bar links. Then you'll do the same thing on the other arm. And then with the longer of the shafts, the front gets the short shafts, the rear gets the long shafts. That's going to go through the arm like that. Put a 3mm spacer on it, and then a little ball end. These are kind of weird because there's nothing that actually holds the shaft to these pivot balls. They just slide on, so be careful you don't lose stuff. And then a 1mm spacer on the other side, a 0.5mm spacer, and another pivot ball. And at that point, it should be ready to go onto the chassis. I'll do the same thing on the other one, and then we'll install them. These are the rear A-arms. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not, but what we're going to do is carefully, without dropping any of this stuff off, I'm going to slide them into the pivot mounts. I'm going to use the 1D, as in Delta, pivot mounts on the back side here. And then carefully flip that over. I'm going to prep a screw here with some Loctite. And carefully flip that over. Start both of the screws. Sorry, this is kind of hard to get in shot here. I'm going to leave them slightly loose though, because we need to put a shim under that pivot mount. Now this shim, the openings in the slots are going to go towards the center of the chassis. So that's going to slide under there. Hold it in there with my fingernail while I tighten this down. And voila, there is our rear arms. Very tight, very little play. Move nice and smoothly. Awesome. Let's move on to the front arms. They're pretty much the same, but I think they might be slightly different. Alright, so we're going to start with another ball stud in the back side of, actually maybe this is the front. Actually, I think this is the front side of the control arm. And then we're going to do a limit screw in the top of it. About there. Now we're going to grab the shorter shaft, stick that through, no spacer on the one side, just the pivot ball. And then on the other side we're going to do a 1mm spacer, if I can pick it up, a 0.5mm spacer, and the pivot ball. Do the exact same thing with the other one. Okay, then we'll grab the chassis, and once again, same thing, stick the arms into the pivot mounts, grab another 1B, as in 1 Bravo pivot mount, for the back, or I should say the front. Carefully flip this over again. I will go back and Loctite these screws. I'm just putting them in without so I can actually not have this go all over the floor. And then we'll do our 0.5mm spacer underneath there. Put our other screw in, and there you go. All 4 control arms are successfully installed on our Evo 6 chassis. Sweet! This is looking great, guys. I'm really loving the way this kit is coming together so far. Everything looks really nice. Tolerances are really good. Really like the bearings in the steering assembly. That's a very, very nice touch. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be about it for today's video, guys. Okay, folks, that concludes today's build video of the Tamiya TB Evo 6. Made a lot of progress, got the differentials and center drive unit mounted on the chassis, top deck on, the steering assembly all put together, the control arm is on, and it's looking awesome so far. Really liking the fit and finish of everything. Loving all the blue. Looks very, very swanky. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please do leave a big fat thumbs up if this does happen to be the first video that you have seen by me. Make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Catch me over on my Instagram at highway49_RC. Join my Discord server for fellow RC touring car enthusiasts. And if you want to support me and what I do, consider becoming a channel member or joining my Patreon. With that, guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.